This is The Healthy Gamer, and I'm going to start off this video by giving you an inspirational quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Even if you don't agree with Arnold's politics or personal life choices, I think we can all agree that he is a guy who went out and got his dreams, and that's inspirational to me. And now we'll get right into the video. This is going to be a video guide on how to defeat Zoltun Kulle. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Is it Kulle or Cool? I'm going to say Kulle. I don't think he's going to mind, because I killed him like 7 times. Now the Kulle fight starts off with you facing his 2 minions. They're big rock giants. They do quite a bit of damage, so you want to kite them around. You don't want to stand there and fight toe to toe because you'll eat their damage, and not only that, you'll eat Kulle's fireballs. So you want to hit them 2 or 3 times, run away, hit them 2 or 3 times, run away, using your blind and your invulnerability to stand in there and fight a little bit longer. Those ads actually aren't very bad. They don't have a whole lot of hit points, and they're pretty easy to avoid their damage. Once you get those 2 ads down, it's just you and Kulle. And as far as I can tell, there's no enrage timer, so take as long as you like on this fight, or at least I never ran into the enrage counter, and sometimes the fight went on for like 6 or 7 minutes. Kulle has a few key abilities, and I'll just get into them right now. His primary damage is through his fireballs. They do quite a bit of damage. I have 73% armor and 62% resist all, and they still do about half to a fourth of my hit points in one hit if I get hit by them. But they're avoidable, and he makes a distinctive sound whenever he casts it, so whenever you hear that sound, just run in any direction and they should miss you. Their AoE splash is not very large. And also, to avoid this, you don't ever want to stand in one place for more than 2 attacks. So I will attack twice and then I'll move. I'll attack twice and then I'll move. Kulle will drop a time slow bubble. I think it works just like the wizard's time slow bubble, except it's for the enemy. It'll slow you down when you're inside, your attacks will be slow, and they're pretty easy to avoid. Just don't stand in them, you should be fine. He will spawn little golden tornadoes around him randomly, and they don't really follow you, they just randomly go around the map. And they're easy to avoid if you're paying attention, but if you space out, you'll die to them real fast. So you gotta keep focused during this fight. And my rule of thumb is, if it looks like the tornado is coming for you, just run away to be safe. You have plenty of time to kill Zoltun, so don't worry about losing some DPS to avoiding tornadoes. From time to time, Zoltun will go invisible, and I'm not sure what the point of this mechanic is, but it's a great time to res your friends if you're playing in co-op. I did some runs with Demon Hunter and Witch Doctor friends, and I probably rezzed them 3, 4, 5 times throughout the fight, just because they're so much more squishy and a fireball will one-shot them. And the last ability you need to watch out for is his, I don't know what to call it, his avalanche, his ceiling. He'll drop the ceiling on top of you, and it'll do a bunch of AoE damage to you. And it's avoidable. Again, it makes a distinctive sound, it makes the screen shake a little bit, so whenever you see that, I just run in a 180, just go backwards, and you should avoid most of that damage. Seems like with the avalanche, there's a zone where you just take a little bit of damage, but if you run into the middle of it, you take a lot of damage, so you really want to run away whenever you see that and stop chasing Kulle. Overall, the keys to killing Kulle is to really play it safe and really avoid all of his avoidable damage. You want to never drop below half health. If you do drop below half health, just run away, kite him around until your cooldowns are up, and use them to heal yourself back up, because if you're in melee range with him, it's a lot harder to dodge his fireballs. If you eat a random fireball when you're below half health, it could kill you and ruin your whole run. For this fight, I have 52k hit points, 72% armor mitigation. Whenever my buff from the deadly strike is up, that increases my armor by 50%. I have 62% resistances to everything. My DPS is around 15.5 with the buff that I get from Breath of Heaven. I'll link to my build in the description. It's a good tanky build, not so great for DPS though, and I'll be making a video about it here in the next few days. And now for your healthy tip of this video: if you don't like to run long distances, like for example, I hate running more than 1 mile at a time, just because, I don't know why, I just hate it. So a good alternative is to do interval training. Interval training just means short periods of high exertion followed by a little bit longer periods of rest. For example, in the army we do what's called 60-90s. We'll sprint for 60 seconds and then walk for 90 seconds, and we'll do 5 to 6 reps of that. It's great for fat loss, it's great for building cardio and endurance, and you can honestly build up your long distance run endurance a lot just by doing interval training. You don't ever have to do long runs if you don't want to. A transcript of this video is up on my website at thehealthygamer.com. There are also more guides on monks and Diablo 3 in general. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have a great day.